Well, hello there, ChickChat. We are back with one final episode of Jersey Shore this season. I know that there will be the last one of this season. I know that we're going to see a reunion coming up, but we may cover that all at once we get both parts of the reunion. So, yeah, but this is the end of the season for us.
It's the end of the season. I'm pretty sure we will cover the reunions, even if it's just a quick video. But yeah, there's a 2-part reunion like usual, so it'll definitely be 2 weeks until then. But this is the season finale. I think the trailer that we saw for the season that starts next year is technically a new season now. So this is a season finale, and it's a big one. It's the 15-year anniversary of Jersey Shore, and they did it real big. So we're gonna talk about it.
Which doesn't just make you feel so old. I know it makes them feel old, but I mean, we started watching this in high school when this came out. So I can't believe it's been 15 years since 2009, right? At this point, it's probably 2024. So,
right. Yeah.
It's been 16 years this year. And it just feels so strange to me that I remember I didn't watch the first season because the Italians were really upset about the first season. And, you know, that was a big thing. So I didn't really watch the first season, but I did watch the second season, which made me go back and watch the first season. And I stuck with it ever since. So, yeah, the Italian Association of America wanted to get them off the air and through the first season. So we were pretty much under the impression that it's like super offensive to Italians, which some things were. The word Guido is an actual like more of offensive, but it's now been so popularized by the show. But in actual Italy, I'm sure that they don't really care for it. In fact, like they got kicked out of Italy at one point. Not all of them, but I think Snooki specifically with her little car incident and which they do show here. So yeah, it's just been an interesting ride these last 15 years. A lot's happened. And yeah, it's just so weird to think about.
A lot's happened between the cast, but a lot's also just happened in their lives individually too. And I think they do a good job actually all in one episode of sort of covering it all.
Yeah.
So here we go. They arrive. The cab is here.
Before we actually get into it, I should say, because I have seen this comment, we're just doing our commentary on the episode. We cannot play the actual episode. If you guys do want to watch the full episode, you can watch it on some type of MTV affiliate. I believe Paramount Plus, Sling has it. There are many avenues.
You can get bootleg on YouTube somewhere else, just not at this channel. Okay.
Yeah, if you don't want to chat with us, that's totally fine. But if you're looking for the entire episode, it's called copyright. We can't do that. We don't want to get copyright strikes and stuff. So
for you though, just for you especially, I did snag a TikTok video of the preview for next season in 2026, and we're gonna watch it together at the end. So if you wait and watch it at the end, then you can see some kind of video here with us.
Right. But it's going to still have some commentary from us because we're not trying to get striked. So
yes. So moving on. We hop right into the cab and hop right out of the cab. And I know that we saw a couple of pictures in the last episode that we covered of people who are arriving. So I tried to just stick with the people who I didn't catch before. But I know that Lawrence and Nikki got their makeup done, so they definitely had to be covered. And they're cute. And then we also get, I just think Vinny's mom looks so beautiful here. Doesn't she look like one of those, 90s glam photos that all those people used to get? She just looks like that just naturally. That's so wild.
Yeah, her and Uncle Nino came up in their best of dress.
And the people that Mike hired as paparazzi made some strange, weird assumption that these two were dating and were asking them to kiss. I don't know if that was a joke or not, but so weird.
I don't think they understood. I think they might have thought those were Vinny's parents or something, but they're brother and sister, so we don't need them smooching.
Yeah, no kissing allowed for the two of them. Thank you.
Please.
Also for these two who are also siblings, but they did some little poses, which I thought were cute. And I think that Milani's nails are super cute.
She's just Jenny.
I love
She's
her.
Little Jenny.
She's
I mean,
so
they
cool.
both look like Jenny, but
Yeah, she's
male
just really,
Jenny.
she's cool. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. She looks good. I liked her little highlights and stuff. She's
I
very
know.
trendy.
Yeah, her makeup is cool. She's gonna be a cool kid.
Mm-hmm.
But the cast does arrive. They give us a little zoom out of what the whole kind of street and production looks like with the red carpet and everything, and we see them.
I did chuckle because they're like, "Oh, the crowds are here." There's like 15.
They're the crowd. It's literally them and their camera crew. They're the crowd.
And the fake paparazzi that Mike hired, which I could tell something was up with them because they were all wearing like Italian bandana things, and paparazzis aren't really a huge thing in Jersey.
Right. They were definitely hired, and I think they were hired more as a prank or
it's nothing like the crowds you would see in like season 3 and season 2 when they were actually like filming
on the boardwalk. Yeah.
The behind the scenes of those seasons look crazy when it comes to crowds.
Well, and I think that they said they did like a history or something, I think an episode of that a couple of years ago, and I think that they said that that's part of the reason that they stopped filming in Jersey Shore is because not only were people gathering because they knew exactly where to find them, but people were still upset with them too. And so at that point we were seeing like season 2, 3, like they were getting in a lot of fights with people who were just trying to get on TV and stuff like that. So yeah, they've had a long history. So they show up. They do a little side by side of everybody and what they looked like in the first season versus what they look like now. And I mean, some of these people have not aged. It's pretty crazy.
Paulie, all he did was just grow a beard. But a lot of them do look different. I mean, Mike don't look like that no more.
Mike doesn't look like that anymore, but I mean, in the face, like he looks similar. He's just obviously gotten, some injections and fillers and things like that. But
follicles.
If we would have shown Mike instead of Mike now, but Mike maybe 2 years ago, this would be a drastic difference because Mike has done a lot of work to sort of tighten back up a little bit. He was getting, he was eating a lot of foods. He's got a big appetite ever since he quit drinking. He's got a big appetite.
Oh, for sure. And he was a totally different person back then. Not only because of but like, he was just an instigator, which he still is a little bit. But.
He had just a terrible personality. It was actually pretty unlikable. And now all the unlikable things that he does are sort of covered up by being a better person. So it's not as bad.
My favorite thing that Mike ever did, I don't know why this wasn't shown on here, but it's when he had them dang dogs and he had them pooping all over the house. Like, I thought that was the funniest thing he's ever done.
I thought the funniest thing, him and Angelina were putting stuff in each other's beds for a while, like cheeses and stuff. I thought that was pretty hilarious. I don't know why that wasn't on the prank awards because that was probably one of my favorites.
Was the day that they put the outside inside and the inside outside on there?
I think that's what Paulie won it for. We'll get there. I actually took pictures of all of it, so we'll see.
Yeah.
Drastic difference here. I mean, what's funny is that Ronnie actually looks smaller, than he does now. He looks bigger now, but not bigger like he looks ripped. He looks jacked right now. Mm-hmm. He looks real healthy actually these days. Mm-hmm. Which is good.
Yeah, Ronnie looks good, but he's always got this like look on his face whenever, he's in the same room as Sam, like it's awkward, but it's not awkward, and we're getting better at being awkward.
But I can't tell her that. I can only tell her husband that.
That was so funny, but we'll get there. Like, if the rest of the cast saw that, it would have been like a hey, hi, how are you?
I know. And I'm sorry to this woman. I could not get a better picture than this. They just did her wrong, so I had to do her wrong.
They really did. And she definitely blew up from then.
She did. Yeah. She got the implants taken out, got some more natural ones, which I think was also better.
Again, Benny is the same. He just added a beard, and his mom might as well have been in that other photo with him too.
Yeah, she was right behind him anyway. So yeah. They also didn't give us a very good one of Dina. It's this girl right here who is Dina. Much better now, but
yeah. And then
Angelina looks the exact same.
Yeah, really? You think so?
I think so.
I think her whole face has been paid for.
So I think so too, but her face still resembles her old face, whereas Snooki, like, her face doesn't resemble her old face. That's a whole different face.
Well, the lips for sure. But I think the rest of it's like okay. I mean, she was still relatively young. Angelina, I mean, I know she was also young, but I just feel like she looks more like now she looks more like the Kardashians of Staten Island.
Maybe it's just because she has the same color hair and she's in the same type of outfit, but I just feel like she looks the same.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like she looks very touched up and filled in. So
yeah, but other than that, like her nose is it still pokes down. Like her lips are filled, but whose aren't on this show? Like
even Mike's are.
Right. Her cheeks are not even that much,
Yeah, I don't know.
And she still has that chin,
Let us know what y'all think, ChickChat.
Yeah.
Let us know.
I mean, be, respectful enough. I know we're talking about people's appearances, but obviously they have enough money to fix up their appearances. So, let us know what you think.
But yeah, so Dina sets up this little handprint thing, kind of like the Hollywood Walk of Fame or other places where celebrities have gone and just like stuck their hands in some cement. So they have this going on, and I thought this was really cool of them to do. I don't know where this thing's going to sit, but I love that they're probably going to put it right outside the house, I would assume.
If what's his name, the guy who runs the shop, if he knows what's good for him, yeah, he should have it out there.
It'll be displayed somewhere, I'm sure. Honestly, it could just replace the damn sidewalk wherever.
True. Definitely true.
But I was cracking up because Ronnie was struggling to write his name.
He misspelled his name. It's not that he was struggling. He straight up misspelled it.
They had to come through and erase it.
Yes, he says there's a cement eraser around here. That's just crazy.
And Mike's like, just put Ron. I'm sure he was putting Ronald.
Like Ronnie. Oh my God. Something. Yeah. He added a U where U doesn't exist. But they do have a little bit of a Shore House reunion because they have never, all 9 of them, been in the house. And they've been back to the house quite a few times, even since the original flagship show. But they showed us a little montage of all the people who have been missing throughout. And even just last night when they were at the house, Polly was missing. So it's pretty interesting that they're all in the house. They do a little walkthrough of the house. But I kind of skipped by that because it seems like they just went back into the house so that they could make, their grand entrance out into their party. Because I know that the places are connected.
Yeah.
So they come in. Some people do well with the explosions, and like Polly, and some people do not do so well with the explosions, like Dina and I think Mike got a little bit too much smoke to the eye or something.
Yes.
But it's looking real nice in there. They got a stretch the mott's thing going on, which I didn't take any pictures of.
Amazing.
It does, I know. And they all took pictures with it, and I just want to put my mouth on it.
The food at this place just was And I mean, Danny, it doesn't even look like it's the store shore in there, but I love that everyone was taking credit for it. Mike's like, oh yeah, we did this last night. And I just jive a little. Then they show Danny doing this basically like with his crew, with his store, people, or by himself.
I know.
Everyone was taking credit for it, like, oh yeah, we did a good job. What did you do? Like,
they did nothing. No, they did absolutely nothing yesterday. They walked around, they checked on the progress. I think that they moved a couple like clothing hangers outside, but that's about it.
They brought like 3 things in and then they ran. Like,
yeah, they actually, speaking of bringing in, I think they brought more things in than they did bring store stuff out, because they also brought a whole entire treasure trove of artifacts that they put on display for this party, which I thought was really cool. I didn't take pictures of all of them, but we went through a couple of the artifacts that people brought last episode. So check out our last episode's review to see a more full display of them. But we also have Polly's megaphone, which I didn't realize that it was all, stoned and blinged out.
I'm wondering, there are some of these things that are replicas. Like Dina's bathing suit was definitely a replica. It was not the same bathing suit, but I think they just wanted to give off the the feeling of moment of what was going on.
I have a suspicion though that this is the real duck phone.
It is, because they've kept that real duck phone at the shore house. So
look, it says seasons 1, 3, 5, and 6.
I know, like we need a reminder. I wish that they played that little clip of Pauly D, like, use a stalker. You stalked my whole life on the beach. God forbid it was summer. That's like my favorite monologue ever.
It's so
on
good.
That duck phone is just that off on that stalker lady.
That show is such a feel-good show. I mean, it really is still to this day one of my comfort shows that I put on just, when I need some background noise or just when I want to watch something that I've already seen before. I do sort of wish that there was a way to like edit out all of the Ron and Sam stuff, because it is just triggering sometimes, and I just want to see them talk on the duck phone and get drunk and
God bless me, it's effing summer. You stalked my whole life on the boardwalk. Stalked my whole life. When somebody does go off on somebody, it is the most hilarious thing I've ever seen. Because he's usually in such a good mood, and then
when he gets mad, you cannot even take the man seriously too. It's just wild. But he says that he himself is an artifact because his hair is 15 years old. And actually,
longer.
I have to give him that.
It's going to be like 20 years old. He was rocking that way before. In fact, I saw a throwback photo of like Jenny's wedding when it was actually cut short. And I was like, who is that? And it was Pauly. I was like, oh, no way.
I'm sure he's only tried it, a couple of times to do it differently. And I'm sure he hasn't gotten good feedback.
Yeah.
So. But we do end up seeing Ron's parents, and I guess Ron wasn't sure if his parents were going to show up. He said something about you guys fight, so I don't know. I ain't going to comment on all that, but he seemed surprised to see his mom, but also happy. And somebody else was also surprised to see Ron's parents, and that was Sam.
Yeah, but she decided to not make it awkward, and she went over there and said, I got to say something. So she introduced Justin to Ron's parents. And, for as messy of a breakup as I'm sure that they had, because they had many messy breakups on this show, it really was fine. I mean, I don't think his parents have anything against her. It sounds like they've always been nice to her. In fact, I mean, honestly, like sometimes they're probably like, this is the best thing he's ever had. Because, I mean, Ben... And then there was the other girl that he was with too and engaged to. Which was a little bit nutty. So Ron
and they probably know too that like Ron is not the God's gift to earth, especially when they were dating. He was not on his best behavior. Not that Sam was great either. They both cheated on each other and did horrible things to each other and with each other. All of it. Yeah. It was all very, very bad. So, but yeah, I mean, it's been a long time now. It's been over 10 years for the two of them. So I'm sure that his parents have moved past it. And like Sammi says, they've always been really nice to her. So it seemed like it was a warm reunion for all of them. And she introduced them to Justin too.
And Ronnie seeing Sam embrace his parents, he's like, I think we're getting past this awkward part. I think I can go congratulate Justin only on, I don't know what, the pregnancy, the wedding. I don't know.
It was so strange. Honestly, the way that congratulations came across to me was just like, congratulations on having her, bro. Like, you did it better than me. Like, it was just like, you win. I feel like he just congratulated him for winning because, like, they've had to have seen each other since they've been engaged or...
Oh yeah, I think he has, and
and
he's like, I can't say it to Sam, so I'll say it to Justin. Goes right up to him, congrats, bro, and then walks away. Like they just
shake hands. That's why I just thought it was like, okay, are you congratulating him on having Sammi and just?
And they're wearing the same damn coat for the most part. I think Justin saw it and they're like, okay, I think this is
Right. We also see that Angelina brought herself a date. She brought Tony, her music manager, and she cheers him.
What's it gonna take?
Right. What is it gonna take for her to break through into the music business. We'll see.
What's it going to take for me to actually hear the full song of What's It Gonna Take?
I've been looking it up because every time you say this, you also sing it for the next 2 days and you send it to me. So I've been looking it up so that I can have more of it in my head, and I never find it.
Yeah, I wish she would have performed it at the party. That would have been
what a missed opportunity.
I know, for some authentic Italian music.
Yeah. So, well, Mike has some snackies, which, like you said, everything there looked fire and amazing. I would have gobbled it all right up, just like Mike's doing right now. Him and his wife talk about possibly having baby number 4. But she says right now they're doing the birth control thing because he likes to take advantage of her weak times and agreeing, and then they end up with babies that multiply. So that's probably smart.
Tis smart. So then we get into the Jersey Shore Awards, which this was a fun scene. They got Nick Turantino. I cannot say this man's name. I'm Italian and I can't say this man's name, but he is on like a law show. I have seen him before. He's Emmy nominated. I'm surprised he came all the way out here for this, but of course he's super Italian, so it's got to be somebody. I would have died if it was Robert De Niro. I'm not gonna lie, or like somebody like that, or Al Pacino, or.
Oh my gosh, I'm sure they probably called all of those people. Not that Nick Tarantino isn't awesome, but yeah, they probably called a couple people.
I would have died a little, but so they start with all. Did you get every award?
I got like these of every award, and then who won.
Yeah. There was a lot of OMG moments, though, that I felt like were bigger than this.
I know. They should have had at least 6 nominees in this category, but I understand that time is short and, whatever. But yeah, I just feel like this show is so full of OMG moments that it was a little bit disappointing.
Yeah. Like Snooki getting punched in the face. Where's the beach getting, arrested when Dina got
arrested? Like, why didn't they have that between Dina and Angelina, or Dina and Snooki and Ronnie? Ronnie's been arrested on camera.
Ronnie knocked that guy out in one punch. I mean,
best fight.
I think they made a point to not do any Ronnie and Sam clips together, but in fact, like when they said best couple, I was like, oh my god, they're gonna put Ron and Sam up there. Of course they have everybody who's like in the most recent couple, but I'm like, this isn't.
And then they did give us Angelina and Vinny, which I thought was funny, but yeah, it would have been hilarious to have Sam and Ron.
Well, we all know the real best couple of Jersey Shore is Ron. Stop.
I know.
It's iconic.
So it is. It's iconic. It's really what made Jersey Shore, like back in the day, was their toxic relationship. And like I said, I watched Jersey Shore a lot as like a comfort show. And so I've seen their relationship multiple times over multiple phases of my own life. And the older I am when I watch it, the more I realize how just effed up and toxic it is. But at the same time too, I mean, they were on a show and they kind of were stuck with each other, whether they wanted to date or not. And they have this history, and gosh, it just was awful. I mean, especially when it ended and he trashed her room and all of that. It really was just sad to watch.
And they did 6 seasons in 3 years. And then they lived together for a little bit, called it off in 2014. And then they were being seen together in 2015, 2016. And then Ron got girl pregnant. So I mean,
I know
like, it was supposed to ended so weird for them.
Not just weird, but bad. Like we all know how bad things got in front of the camera. So I'm sure behind the scenes it was really, really bad. And I know that relationships can get bad, and whether they're on TV or not probably doesn't matter. But I just feel like, knowing our generation and that we grew up really watching Ronnie and Sam, I feel like it normalized such a toxic way of relating to each other, because I've also noticed when I've been watching this as an older person, I remember other relationships of friends that I have who were like this. And I know when we're young and we're emotional, especially drinking's involved, there's always a lot of mess and yuckiness, but it just seems to resemble it so much. It makes me wonder if it had anything to do with a relationship like this being normalized on TV, because nobody was really saying like, this is not normal and this is not okay.
Yeah,
This is
I don't
not
even think there was disclaimers then, especially like I feel like the episode where he had Sam on that bed and was throwing her out.
That was the end of
crazy.
their relationship. And then she left and went out that night, and he trashed her room. He ruined all of her makeup, all of her clothes, probably thousands of dollars worth of stuff. Like, it was really sad to watch.
Yeah,
I think
I felt
one time I watched it, I think I cried. It's crazy that this was just on TV and there was no, I know the roommates were saying like, we can't handle this and you guys can't do this anymore, but that was even way later on too. It was so normalized. It's kind of crazy.
Well, it was driving the roommates crazy for a long time. They just weren't vocalizing it to them, but they were talking about it with each other and to the camera.
They were having little intervention lunches for a while, trying to figure out how they do this. And little did they know they would be having intervention lunches, trying to figure out how to have Sam and Ronnie in the same room for the next 15 years. So.
Yeah, and how crazy is it that like when one season would end, they'd be kind of filming another season, and then while they're filming that other season, production would take them into the back to watch whatever was premiering that day. So they're like reliving it while they're there. Yeah. So a lot of these fights just kept getting like brought up again.
Yeah, like more
Ron and Sam did a lot better when they were in Italy, and then the 6th season, like the 5th and 6th season, were probably their like best seasons. Yeah, but yeah, I think after season 3 specifically was just really, really bad with them. Season 1 was good. Mike was a little in there nonsense. Season 2 got bad with the note. Season 2 and 3.
Yeah, Miami was bad, but like Miami was bad. Like they were treating each other badly in a relationship aspect, but in season 2, it was like they were intentionally trying to hurt each other every single effing day. Yeah. It was really hard to watch. But anyways, back to the award shows. Really, they did award Sam with the most oh my god moment, which I'm not going to argue when it comes to these 4 things.
Yeah. Although the cop crash was a little funny.
It was wild. I think it should have had its own category though, like, interactions with the police or something, because I really did like the whole oh my god moment. The looks on everybody's faces. I actually just rewatched that scene a couple of weeks ago. It showed up in one of my reels. And the looks on everyone's faces when Sam walks back in is pure shock. And I remember being so excited to watch that happen when it aired. So I think that's definitely very deserving. And then we have the best prank, and the aliens prank won that one.
Yeah.
That's not my favorite prank at all.
Yeah, I did like when he sent them to New York. We didn't realize it till they were almost there.
To me, that should have won, because I feel like the aliens prank, that they knew it was staged, or at least in the back of their mind, they knew it was staged, and that it was just kind of dramatic and performative.
I thought it was interesting that more of the new seasons stuff is the stuff that won, when really like the old season stuff is just so classic. Like, why wasn't bringing the outside inside and the inside outside? Why wasn't that a prank? And what about Mike's dog prank with stuff? Like, there could have been 20 things of this. And even Sam, the Sammi doll, that thing was hilarious.
Yeah, I know, and that lasted for seasons upon seasons. You know what else was a prank? Initially, was Angelina coming back. Yeah. Why isn't that number 4 right here? Because that was also a prank.
Speaking of Angelina, I did laugh when the announcer, whenever Sam got up to get her award, and they were like, yeah, she's only back because Angelina asked her to, and not because she was a part of the original cast.
And then Angelina came up in her confession like, I should have gotten an award too because I brought her back.
That was such a huge fight like a season or 2 ago too. Just
I know.
I'm going back and forth about, well, I got you that house because I asked you to come back.
Girl, you didn't get nobody a house.
It's like, okay, well then do you owe Pauly for bringing you back because you were a whole prank?
Probably. I hope she cut him a check just like she expected a check cut for her.
Maybe she did, and that's why she's so salty. I don't know.
That's true. We also have the most emotional Guido. And obviously Ronnie. They gave us a nice montage of Ronnie crying, which I truly did appreciate.
Like how one is just the girls, like all of the girls collectively.
Yeah.
But Ronnie, I think that we were talking about seasons, like Ronnie would be crying in the confessional, like
right. I know. From day one, this man's been crying in all phases of life.
Yeah.
I think this is the first season that we haven't seen him cry. So
Mm-hmm.
they did a commercial break and they acted as if they continued to give awards away during the commercial break. So they didn't give us the nominees, but they say that we also had biggest blow up was Mike versus the Wall. That was in Italy, obviously.
Ron and Sam should have been in there too, honestly. I don't want to lie to you. Maybe they were and they didn't want to show that.
Probably, yeah. That's probably why they did it without any nominees and just a winner. We also got the best writer. Jenny Nicole won that for writing the note when they were in Miami. And then the best event planner is Dina for all of her planning and t-shirt getting. But back to the regular scheduled program with the nominees, we have the best thing from Staten Island, and no surprise here, Uncle Nino wins.
Yeah, it was a little bit surprising to me because I forgot that Mike was even from Staten Island originally.
Oh, really?
Yes,
yeah, because even Angelina actually dated before Jersey Shore even started.
They had to pretend they didn't know each other. Same thing with Vinny, because she already knew Vinny as well. So yeah, that's funny. So yes, Uncle Nino got his award, and he shouted out Jenny, which made Milani like, "What did you do with that old man?" Like,
nothing like getting called out by your child, and just. The fact that Jenny is over here just straight up lying. I mean, she's not going to be honest, right? But it makes me wonder. I mean, did something happen between them? Did we know?
No, it's just that they got she wasn't totally not honest. She did jump in the jacuzzi with him. They had a good time, but she did give him like a kiss on the cheek, and he was just staring at her boobs the entire time, like, "Oh, I'm gonna."
Right.
Like,
she just had her
Uncle Nino, but she did not hook up with Uncle Nino. In fact, she's like, "Do you really think?" And she's like, "I don't know, girl." Like,
well, I feel the same way as you, Milani. Okay.
I mean, she saw Jenny's tops and stuff. You never know,
right? Yeah, that thing was a glorified scarf. Like, do you remember those scarves that we used to wear back in middle school? The really long ones. That's what
the infinity scarf. That
that was a Jenny shirt.
Mm-hmm. That was. I think that's what she made out with Pauly in, actually.
Yeah, except somehow it had a backing on it. But anyways, we have Vinny nominated for every single chooch moment that he's ever had and more. So, of course, he is the winner of that one.
And he has had a lot of them.
I know. And his mom is so proud to see
She was. My little chooch.
My little chooch. And then, yes, best couple, like we said. This one was kind of more of a joke, but we do get Angelina and Vinny. And you know what? Vinny said the best joke I've ever heard him say. He came up there and he said, "I don't think I'm the right Vinny." And I actually laughed out loud when I heard him say that. So,
Vinny 2.0.
Yeah.
And then he left his award there on the floor. So Angelina scooped it up, and now they're both at her house.
Yeah, you know she's about to like pawn those. So
she might give it to him for Christmas again.
Yeah. But then the awards are over and they do a little bit more celebrating and just enjoying each other. And I thought that this was a great scene. And the caption like gets it perfectly. Vinny's reflecting on how the show has really not just changed his life, but changed his family's life. Mm-hmm. And I mean, Uncle Nino would never be able to do these kinds of things. If
he
Vinny
probably was still trying to do those kinds of things, but
he would still try, but the girls would not be as excited. I'm going to tell you that right now.
Yeah, it definitely would have been more on the like arrested again kind of thing, but yeah.
Right. I just love his face in this. He's so
himself unapologetically. I'm actually surprised they got him back from Jamaica in this amount of time.
I know that guy has been traveling.
Yeah, and they just left him there. And then we see the girls talking to Vinny's mom because they have this idea that if she starts dating, then Vinny will start dating because he'll lose his mom. Which made me wonder, because I used to look this up a lot, like where is Vinny's dad? And in the original seasons, he just didn't want to be filmed. So he was actually around and they were together. So I wonder like when a divorce happened or like what happened to Vinny's dad.
Right.
Never been explained. Yeah. Yeah, because before it was just that, he just didn't want to be filmed, so they just never showed him. But now I'm like, wait, so is his dad just like not around or something? Like, what happened to his dad?
Maybe that was a story the whole time, that there was a dad around that didn't want to be filmed, but there never was.
Well, I always wonder because they'd show Vinny's entire family, and I'm like, okay, well, where's his dad?
Right. Yeah.
Because it wasn't just showing his mom a lot and Uncle Nino. Like they went to his house a few times and had dinner with the whole family. They went to Italy and seen his family out there. So I'm just like, where's this guy's dad? You know, and his last name is Italian. I'm sure he got that from his dad because they were married.
To Italy. Maybe he said, I'm done with all you Americans. My wife won't do nothing but take care of this grown man. I'm going back to Italy.
Yeah, does he have any siblings? I don't think I've ever looked into him.
If he does, I would be so jealous and pissed off if I was Vinny's sibling, because this
he must have sisters if he has any, because
they've got to be sisters.
Definitely. They got to be sisters.
Anyway,
yeah.
Sammi ends up having to leave the party just a little bit early. I mean, I'm happy that she made it either way, because she does have quite the big day. The very next day, she's doing her 3rd embryo transfer, so we will see her at the end of the episode on the way to go do that. But we finish up the party a little bit here. What's this guy's name?
Danny,
yeah. Danny tells them that he thought that they was gonna be nothing. They were gonna have all kinds of divorces and be broke and have a bunch of kids, and it's like, what the hell?
I mean, the way they showed up for work when they lived literally right outside of work. They were late every single day. They weren't doing anything. They were trying to get out of work. They were caught in the back sleeping and drinking and all types of stuff. So I don't blame them for having that opinion.
Well, and these 2 girls got arrested. I think one of them got arrested while they were supposed to be working. I think Nicole.
Yeah, probably, most likely.
Yeah, I guess he could be right.
I mean, I think that I think that is like a natural thought from that first season for sure.
Yeah, right. Yeah. They all do a little tiny bit of reflecting on how this year has been, how this season has been for them. Most notably, Snooki talks about how she has been in contact with her biological mother and the process that she's gone through with all of that. And she says that she definitely does want to reach out and start connecting with her mom again. So maybe we'll see that in the next season. I'm definitely interested to hear more about it. I feel like I was hoping to get more on this story in this season, but I'm also not dissatisfied with what we got. I just wanted.
We definitely got more than what we're entitled to. I mean, she doesn't have to do this at all, but I do think that it's kind of more authentic, because I think that she does need like a lot of time to process and figure out what she wants to do. And I think it would feel almost like disingenuous if she just keeps going from one thing to the next, almost like she's doing it for the show and for us as viewers, because obviously we do want to see how that plays out, and we do want to see her connect with her birth mom. But I think it's more authentic for somebody, especially in her situation, where she really, really loves her adoptive parents are her parents. So she doesn't have like the inclining to like go see her. She really got a hold of her mom for health reasons, to know a little bit more about her history, DNA, what have you. And not to replace her parents, or not to, she doesn't even seem that curious about where she came from, other than health wise. So I mean, and I'm sure she has been curious, but I think with the relationship she has with her parents, I think this is more authentic to her journey in adoption, is to take her time and feel it out, and baby steps.
Right. Yes.
And I think she's also just so scared of her mom, or her birth mom, recognizing her, or somebody in the family recognizing her.
She has a lot of fear about that. I think a lot of that too comes from what she saw happen with Angelina, and I think she was lucky to see Angelina actually go through something like that.
Yeah.
I'm like, is there a ball right there? But it's this. Wow. Okay. Sorry, guys, I'm hallucinating. But yeah, I think she was lucky to see Angelina go through something like that, even though it's horrible that Angelina's dad treated her the way that he did when they were able to finally meet back up. I think it's kind of a tale of caution for Nicole. And I think she is incredibly worried about her mom knowing who she is, not so much to protect herself, but also I think she just doesn't want that part of her life involved in this sort of sacred, precious
because
meeting.
then you go and watch everything, and especially the first
well, and it's only this much of her life, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, I'm sure she doesn't want her to feel like she's been judged by like her siblings all of a sudden knowing that she's this person.
Yeah, but I do think Angelina's situation's a little different because it's not like her dad lived in another country. He just decided to not be involved.
Yeah, he didn't adopt her out either. He just abandoned her.
Yeah, he just let her go.
But I think more so like talking about like the reunion part of it and how people can take advantage of you because of who you are, and also make assumptions that you have more than you actually have. I mean, I think the Jersey Shore cast is rich comparatively to, you know, you and I, but they're not rich when we're talking about rich people. And I think a lot of times people think, oh, you're on TV, like you have money that just gets printed in the basement or something. And, you know, they definitely probably have a little bit to give away, but not like people don't just like keep money to give away, not even Kim Kardashian. So
I think Paulie probably makes the most of anybody because he's like constantly working and constantly doing shows and stuff. But yeah, I do think that another part of it might be, I mean, I wonder this, is that Jersey Shore was so popular with streaming in so many different countries that I wonder if like her sibling, you know, because she's always said on the show that she's adopted. So I just wonder if like looking at her, because if she does look already so much like the mom, I wonder if they've always wondered if they've ever seen the show. Because that would be something.
I've had that same thought. Like they probably have an intuition somewhere if they've seen the show that they probably know.
Like it's possible at least. Like maybe like well maybe not, could not be because
and that's like a little hard thing too, because like you'll never know unless she comes looking, you know. So but Jen does some reflecting about her year, and she obviously directed a movie this year, so she's hoping that she can kind of continue that on as more of a career in her future. So she talks about that. And Ronnie actually pops in to reflect a little bit on the roller coaster that he's been on the last 15 years and looks forward to the future, hoping that he can actually be on the show for the next 15 years.
Yeah. He says, I don't know about all the experiences I've had. Let me go over to Angelina.
And then we have Angelina, of course. You know, we started off the season kind of in an intervention style situation with Angelina, and I do think that she really has come so far. If you think about where she was at with her mental health in the beginning of this season, and she had not yet experienced her breakup and the loss of her dog, to see that she's actually doing better now is pretty impressive. So I'm happy for her. She definitely needed to improve her mental like well-being.
Her life,
yes. And then we got Nikki and Polly is excited that he got to meet some more of Nikki's family and grow closer with Nikki. He himself did not say anything about the next level or anything like that, so at least he's not out here pissing me off, just everybody else is. And then we jumped in
again next season too, because I see that gets brought up for the millionth time.
Yes, and I have some thoughts about that too once we jump into that. But we do kind of jump into some somber music a little bit, which, you know, I get that it's nerve-wracking and everything, and it's got to be really, really hard to be hopeful, especially going into your third one of these after having so many disappointments and sadness and stuff. But I just didn't like the somber music, especially because we know that it is successful. And so I wish that they would have just had this be more of a hopeful, happy thing. I like that she's authentic and vulnerable about being nervous and scared. And she does say on the way in the car that if this doesn't work out, then they're going to have to really sit down and talk about what they can do, because she doesn't think she can go through this anymore, and how devastated she is because she wants to be able to, you know, give Justin a child and have a family together. So I know that she's sad, and I really appreciate her vulnerability and everything, but I just wish this just felt like such a sad drive to me. And I'm like, you guys are going to go actually make a baby. Like, it's going to be so cool.
Like if you only knew.
Yeah.
But Justin did see a little sign on the back of the car that basically
I did not
said,
see the sign. Am I blind?
It's gotta be maybe down there, not Sequel. I don't know. He saw it somewhere, so bless him. And I think he was also just really trying to get her in a better mood. But it must have seen it. I mean, it must have been somewhere, probably a really small sticker or something, but
maybe it was a billboard that the truck was in front of. I don't know.
Sure.
But
yeah,
he said something about the journey and
trust the process.
Trust the process. That's what it was. Thank you. He said trust the process, and that, the music changed and Sam smiled a couple of times. And so we got to see them go in and hope that they can have this be successful, and it was. That's not a surprise to anybody. We all know that she's pregnant now. So
yeah, actually she had a boy on the, I think it was like August 20th or something, so like almost a month ago. So congrats to Sammi.
Yes. Yeah, she's not pregnant anymore. She has
pregnant. But anyways, what's for next season?
We are going to just go ahead and watch the video for next season. We will stop it a couple of times along the way just so that we can get that commentary part in. And obviously we're going to want to react to it too, because that's what we're here to do. So we will press play on this and see what's up for next season. Now, remember, this is next season. So this is going to be in 2026. They didn't give us an exact date, but that it will be sometime next year. I'm guessing early next year. But we do also have 2 reunion episodes coming up as well. They didn't give us a lot as far as the trailer for the reunion. It looks pretty typical for Jersey Shore reunions. They're almost more so like reviews of the season and like a celebratory thing rather than a reunion and kind of answering questions. But there is always a little bit of drama. There's always like a funny game that they play. So we will be covering it, but it will probably be brief. But let's look at what's in store for next season.
Yeah, let's see.
It's a fame into 15 years, and the story continues.
Get ready to get ready!
Are you ready? Are you ready?
Get up! I'm here!
We are going back to school.
Welcome to Harvard. Interesting times. You guys are late.
We're hungover. Give us a break. I don't like school. I'm good.
What do you think they're doing in there?
I think they're visiting
farm school.
Yeah, I think they're visiting Boston, and I think a lot of people take a stop at Harvard because it's just right next door. I think Cambridge is where Harvard is. And I mean, it's a tourist attraction just as much as it is a college. So I think they were probably visiting Boston and took a little stop there, is my suspicion. Actually, I think this probably says Boston behind them.
Probably. Yeah.
Thank you. I have this amazing secret. I actually just want to say I'm pregnant. I'm like,
We're pregnant! And Justin's the father.
That made me laugh so hard when I first heard
Justin's the father. We are pregnant. Everyone is.
Because Ronnie is in the picture. Like,
they always show Ronnie when Sam says like anything.
Oh,
wow.
This family is messy.
Sorry.
This family is messy.
What is happening?
don't tell anybody.
It's nobody's business but mine.
You're spiraling.
You have become a bougie little.
Who the is that? Whoa! Nobody messes with my family.
Did he punch a fly?
I don't know. He was punching air. I mean,
okay. That's what I thought when I saw. I was like, did he just punch a bug or what?
Yeah, I mean, maybe Nikki told him she's about to, go find herself a man. So he started punching.
They miss fighting so much that Polly's out here fighting flies.
I know. Yeah. Look at the serious face on Vinny too that we happen to stop.
He's always blah.
I think they're doing some sword fighting here, like some medieval times type of stuff.
Okay.
Oh, God.
Sam's wedding's coming up.
Oh, my.
Wow. Did you see the hair on that guy's head?
Yeah, he's letting them follicles grow.
Oh,
Sam's wedding's coming up.
Oh
Here.
my God.
Yeah.
What is this address?
She's getting married on
She-
this man's 40th birthday.
That can't be her actual wedding dress. There ain't no way she's showing it. I don't even think she's married yet. So,
I don't think she's married yet either. I also don't think that that could be her actual wedding dress. But did they just say she's getting married on Ron's birthday?
I'm wondering if it's okay. So this is where I'm like, is it actually on Ron's birthday or is it someone else's birthday? And they want me to think it's Ron's birthday because that's strange.
That is strange. But it's also strange for a venue to say, this is the date we have available for your dream venue, and you to say, I can't take it because that's my ex's birthday.
And he might be there.
Yeah, it's kind of an awkward place to be either way, I guess.
Listen,
So,
if I was Ronnie, I'd be excited because then I can get free alcohol, open bar or
I
whatever.
don't think he's invited. I think he said he's going to crash.
I feel like he'll get invited though because
Let's see.
I doubt they're going to hang out or anything, but might as
Right.
well.
Sam's wedding's
You were
coming up.
invited to the baby
Oh
reveal.
my God. What is this address?
She's getting married on this man's 40th birthday.
God, I'm crashing the wedding.
Ronnie, don't f this up.
No.
I think I've been waiting all my life for this, guys.
Feels like I'm in the human centipede.
About to swallow it whole.
Oh my God.
We got the keys to the city, baby.
But wait, there's more.
Oh, Nikki, you want kids?
I do.
What's Polly say?
I don't know. Have you asked Polly?
Oh, wow.
Wait, did you take a pregnancy test?
Ugh.
Why does she say, have you asked Polly? Why have you, Nikki, not asked Polly? I'm sure
she
that she
has.
has.
Yeah.
But why is that your response? I mean,
I
I
think
guess
it's because it's
she-
obvious that it is that she wants it, so she wants them to start pressuring him because it's not happening,
it just reminds me of the beginning of their relationship when she needed Lawrence to pull her aside to tell her to say to Polly that she actually wants to be with him and cares for him. And literally the second she did that, they were dating and they were together. So it's like, I'm sure it's not that simple with having kids, but I'm simplifying it and it's upsetting me.
Yeah. Polly's been dodging that kid and commitment bullet for so long, other than, let's be cohabitating, let's be together. I want to go take you to Jamaica, but
Yeah.
I don't do further. He's taking baby steps, and I don't know. It's interesting to me because I wonder what happened to Polly where he's so resistant almost.
Yeah. I mean, he already has a kid who's pretty old now. So
Yeah, but that kid came out of like a one night stand or something.
Right,
Had it
but
not
I
been
mean,
for that,
couldn't-
he wouldn't have kids.
right. But that's the thing too, is like maybe he doesn't want to do the whole dad lifestyle.
Possible. Yeah.
So
Let us know your thoughts, ChickChat, on that.
No, there's no way.
But you're pregnant. I have chills.
No. Holy.
Oh, we can be pregnant together.
What the?
Okay, so now I'm wondering, now that I'm seeing that again, like, first I'm like, is it Angelina? And like, who the f got Angelina pregnant? I mean, Vinny 2.0 is not around anymore. But now that I'm seeing it, it looks like she's looking at somebody else. And she's just shocked by that. So I almost think it's like a little bit of trickery. But at the same time, no one has a natural pregnancy.
Yes, and Sam said we can be pregnant together, and she looked at Angelina and said, "So you're pregnant? We can be pregnant together." But I just
think looking at Angelina because they don't show Angelina in that shot. They just show Angelina looking at a pregnancy test and falling to the
true,
floor.
but they have her in the same room as Angelina, and it's a bathroom stall. It doesn't look like it's very big. But no, I agree. I think that there's trickery going on here because I don't think that Angelina is pregnant or even was pregnant in that scene.
Yeah, either
I don't know anything about anything. I'm not like her best friend, so
either to me, my suspicion is it was either a prank or it was, which is a weird prank, but maybe she was trying to get everybody in on that prank, making them think maybe 2.0 got her knocked up and see the reactions. I mean, she did throw out some fart spray. She has done some weird things. She sat on cake. I mean, the woman's a little bit crazy, but or it's somebody else and they just want me to think it's Angelina because they spliced her into that shot.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I think maybe it's somebody else, and
could be Dina.
And Angelina, right? I think maybe it's somebody else, and Angelina took the pregnancy test and wanted to do a prank on somebody.
Could be Dina, could be Nikki. I mean, shoot, who knows? Who knows?
Could be anybody.
Could be Lawrence. Maybe
could be Lawrence. Actually,
IED
that's
out.
probably the most likely scenario. Honestly, but like we said before, we will be covering the upcoming reunion. There's going to be 2 episodes. We're going to cover them at the same time, so it'll be a couple of weeks, and we'll see you back. Thanks for sticking with us this season, and thanks for popping in and commenting, and it's been really fun to cover Jersey Shore. This is our first season covering it, but I suspect we will probably cover next season as long as there's nothing else too pressing going on, which seems like all the shows we watch are going to happen this month. So stick around. Speaking of that, make sure that you're subscribed if you like Sister Wives, especially because I know we're going to be covering that as soon as it starts back up. I think that there's more. What's the other show that we cover that there's going to be more of?
Well, I do know it's Sister Wives as well. We're going to talk about Cody on Special Forces. Yes. There is like another episode or so of Match Me Abroad we're going to cover. We are going to finish out Jersey Shore. I don't know if Gypsy's coming back or not, but that probably will come back beginning of next year.
She says she's not. Like, she says on her personal Instagrams that she's done being a public figure now, which is what we've all been asking her to do. True. I don't think she's currently filming. I don't think she's filmed anything. So if she does come back, I think it'll be a little while.
I don't know. Let us know, ChickChat, and then if there's anything you want us to cover, let us know. I don't know if there's any Netflix shows.
Love is Blind is coming back. Actually, they just dropped a cast reveal for Love is Blind. So sometimes we cover that and sometimes we skip it. So we'll have to kind of wait and see what it's feeling like for us.
Yeah, especially if we got all these other shows happening. So
yeah. But more so than not, we have been, I think the last season or 2, we've been just hopping on live and kind of discussing week by week if we're both caught up, how we're feeling about what's going on. So if we're both caught up, we'll probably do that. If we're not, then we probably won't.
Yeah. Tomato. But thank you guys for joining us. We love covering Jersey Shore with you guys. Make sure you leave your comments about the season so far and what you think to expect for next season. And also what you think is going to be in the reunion, because we'll see you in a couple weeks for the reunion. We just want to have the full reunion to talk about with you guys. So, remember to like, subscribe, copy that share link, and you don't got to share it. But if you do, that's awesome. Extra bonus points. You'll get a gold star. And reduce, reuse, recycle, Rihanna. And we will see you next week for something.
Some kind of Match Me Abroad something.
Something Match Me Abroad. I don't know, something.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.